What we have done to our water sources, we have to figure out something different for the future because our fate is inextricably tied up with the quality of our waters. Climate change is going to make things even more challenging for us, and the young generation, all of you here who have taken the time to make this film, taken the time to find out what we people did to all the water bodies, will now have to say how are we going to get ourselves out of this mess. So I think the Lost Lakes of Bangalore was an attempt to learn from the past to make a different future, as many of you pointed out so well in your own narratives. The reason why the lakes have gone, the reason why our river, Vrishabhavati or Kavati have disappeared or just become sewage canals is because of the idea, what kind of idea of urbanization India has followed in the last 40 to 50 years. We have in many ways just replicated a Western model without really thinking how it fits into our idea of what India is, our idea of what Bangalore is, our idea of what it should be. We only want to put on one hat and I'm in Bangalore and I'm going to find my way to make my quality of life as good as I can. I'm going to work hard, whatever it is, and not care about anything else. In the old days, cities and cities were where populations came up to where sustainable water sources were. Today even that link is gone. Today we say, okay, Bangalore wants water, more water, okay, we'll get it from the Kaveri. Tomorrow someone will say we'll get it from the Ganga. After that, God knows where we'll get it from. The fact is that after the tribunal award, we cannot take any more water, even if Bangalore becomes as big as New York. We are so lucky we get 950 millimeters of year of water, rainwater almost every year. What do we do with it? We don't preserve it well, we let it go away. Not only do we let it go away, we put all our human waste in it, isn't it? And then let it go away. Let the other people worry what happens. But if we wanted to, we can turn the Kaveri back. We can say, no thank you, River Kaveri. You served the purpose which you were meant for. 950 millimeters of rain, well managed, source to sink. The waste that we all produce, the water that we use to flush out our human waste, if you look at all those components, recycle it, reuse the water. Many cities in the world are beginning to do that. Why not Bangalore? For many of us, it has been very easy to wear different hats in our lives. So, as a, I'm a nice, happy, nice, well-off, comfortable householder. I go do my things, I watch my movies, I go to office, I come back. That's the individual me. As a citizen, I say I want my government to do something for me and I try to put pressure on the government. As a consumer, I say what more can I keep consuming, right? Then as somebody who wants the convenience of flushing a toilet, I say I want water now, I want to flush my toilet, I don't care where that stuff goes, but I just want all my conveniences. And my job in my office is to make sure you and you buy more of my product, then my boss will be happy. Then the company's profitability will increase, then the shareholder will buy stocks of that company and so on. But that same person who's selling that stuff, right, which is full of pesticides and nasty things, when he comes home and he's a father or a mother, he doesn't want his child to have that stuff, which you're so busy selling in the morning. We don't have the luxury of them anymore, of our comfort zones, of saying that as a salesman I will sell anything and I'm going to be a good salesman. As a parent, I'm going to make sure that my child doesn't eat the stuff which I sell in the morning. And as a citizen, I'm going to try and harangue the government to make sure that I get something that I need for my area or myself. All that has to collapse and come together because now we know there's only one earth and it is our backyard. So we have to rethink, and I think lakes, water bodies, rivers are a great way for us to reconnect with what we can be.